Look, the ground is shifting right under our feet. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly what's happening in the job market and pinpoint the 10 skills that have become the new currency for a high-paying career. Let's dive in.
Okay, it all starts with a date. And I'm not talking about some far-off sci-fi prediction. I'm talking about January 7th, 2026. Just imagine, a press release quietly drops from Mountain View, California.
Google announces it's hiring. And we're not talking a handful of people, not even 1,000. We're talking 8,000 open positions. A massive, massive hiring spree from one of the biggest companies on the planet.
And then comes the line that just changes everything. 0 college degrees required. They don't want your diploma. They want to know what you can do. They want specific, verifiable skills.
And just like that, with one announcement, the system we've all been taught to follow for decades, it just shattered. The job market, as we knew it, officially broke, and almost nobody saw it coming.
So this isn't some small course correction. No, this is what we're calling the Great Disruption. Let's look at the actual data behind this massive change.
And this isn't just a theory, right? This is hard data straight from LinkedIn. In just the last year, hiring based on what you can do, your skills, shot up by 63%. At the same time, jobs even mentioning a degree, they dropped by 40%. This isn't a trend, folks. It's a full-blown revolution. This slide really just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the old way, the obsolete path, degrees, diplomas, hoping for slow, gradual change. And on the other side, the untouchable path, skills, certifications, and being ready for violent disruption. And the gap between them, it's not a crack anymore, it's a canyon.
So, how in the world do you get across that canyon? Well, you build a bridge. And that bridge, it's made of 10 very specific, future-proof skills. Let's get into what they are.
All right, skill number 1, prompt engineering and AI literacy. Let's talk about Sarah Kim. She was a marketing coordinator, right? Making about 48 grand a year. She spent just 60 hours, that's it, learning how to talk to AI, how to command it. Boom! She becomes an AI marketing strategist, almost doubling her salary to $89,000. You see the key here? It's not about trying to compete with AI, it's about learning how to control it.
Okay, skill number 2, data analysis and visualization. You know, companies right now are practically drowning in data. They have no idea what to do with it all. And they are desperate for people who can turn that mess into something that makes sense. Take Marcus Chen. He went from being an admin assistant making $42,000 to a data analyst pulling in $78,000 in just 8 months. Why? Because he learned how to turn a spreadsheet of boring numbers into a story that executives can use to make huge, multi-million-dollar decisions. I mean, with 1 million new analyst jobs expected, this skill is basically pure gold.
Next up, cybersecurity. And I want you to just think about this number for a second. 4.8 million. That's how many cybersecurity jobs are sitting empty right now, all over the world. Jessica Williams, she was a bank teller, got laid off, she spent a few months, got certified, and now she's making $94,000 a year as a security analyst. And get this, no degree. The demand is just so insane that companies care way more about your certifications than a piece of paper from a 4-year college.
Skill number 4, cloud architecture. I mean, think about it. Everything is moving to the cloud. AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. These aren't just services, they're entire digital economies. David Martinez, he was an IT guy, saw his old skills just becoming worthless, so he pivoted. He got AWS certified, and now he's making $162,000 designing cloud systems. And here's why. A single mistake on the cloud can cost a company millions. So yeah, the people who stop those disasters from happening, they basically print money.
Okay, number 5, machine learning engineering. Now, I know when you hear machine learning, you probably think you need a PhD from MIT or something, but that's not true anymore. Take Emily Zhang. She was already a decent coder, but she spent about 8 months really diving deep into ML skills. Now, she builds computer vision systems and makes $178,000 a year. Companies are in a mad dash to build AI into everything, and they need engineers who can actually make it happen.
All right, let's talk about digital marketing and growth hacking. This isn't just about posting pretty pictures on Instagram, okay? An AI can do that. This is about building systems that actually make money. Emma Roberts realized her social media job was, replaceable, so she learned the real stuff. SEO, conversion optimization, A/B testing, which is really just a fancy way of saying using data to figure out what works.
Now she leads the growth team at a tech company, making 96 grand plus equity. She went from just creating content to actually creating revenue. Huge difference. Skill number 7 is a big one because it's all about being human, project management, specifically with Agile and Scrum. Look, these are just frameworks that help teams build things faster and adapt when things go wrong. Because ideas are easy, right? Execution is everything. An AI can spit out 1,000 ideas in a second, but it can't manage a team, it can't solve a conflict between two engineers, and it sure as heck can't ship a product on time. Lisa Chen went from being the person who's good at spreadsheets to managing huge AI product development projects for $118,000. She mastered execution.
Number 8 is for all the creative folks out there. UX/UI design with AI tools. So Carlos Rivera was a graphic designer, and he was honestly pretty scared of tools like Midjourney. He thought they were coming for his job. But instead of fighting it, he learned to use it. Now, he uses AI to brainstorm ideas like crazy, but he uses his human understanding of psychology and emotion to make the final strategic design choices. His salary? It jumped to $102,000. He's the pilot, AI is his co-pilot. That's the key. All right, skill number 9, business intelligence and analytics. Now, this sounds a little like data analysis, but think of it as its strategic cousin. An executive doesn't want to see your 100-page spreadsheet. They want a one-page dashboard that tells them what should we do next. Rajesh Kumar was an accountant, really good with numbers. He learned tools like Tableau and Power BI, and now he's making $122,000 a year, basically acting as a translator, turning raw, confusing data into clear, actionable business advice.
And last but not least, skill number 10, content strategy and technical writing. Now hold on, didn't AI kill all the writing jobs? Nope. It killed the low-value stuff, the content farm jobs, but it created this massive need for high-level strategists and technical writers. Sarah Mitchell saw her old writing rates just collapse, so she pivoted. She started writing the super complex technical documents for new AI platforms. Her income shot up to $108,000. See, an AI can generate a wall of text, but it can't create a coherent strategy or explain a complex system in a way that engineers can actually understand.
So there you have it, the 10 skills. We've looked at the data, we've seen the real-world stories. And now it really just comes down to a decision. The choice is yours.
And this is probably the single most important thing to take away from all this. Just look at that list again. Not a single one of those skills is about being replaced by AI. Every single one is about learning how to pilot it, how to direct it, and how to use it as a tool to make yourself more valuable than ever before.
So where do you even start? It sounds overwhelming, right? But you don't need to master all 10. The advice is actually really simple. Pick 3. That's it. Just find the 3 that spark your interest or maybe overlap with what you're already doing. 3 is the magic number. It's what makes you untouchable in this new market. And here's the roadmap. It's not a 4-year degree, thank goodness. Step 1, choose your 3 skills. Step 2, start learning, but focus learning. We're talking months, not years. Step 3, build a portfolio. Show people what you can do with actual projects, not what grades you got. And Step 4, secure your own future on your own terms.
Let's just end with one last really stark number. This comes from the World Economic Forum. This decade, about 170 million new jobs will be created. That's the good news. But 92 million will be displaced. There are going to be winners and there are going to be losers. And the only thing separating those two groups is who has the right skills for this new world. Look, whatever worked for you even a few years ago, it's probably already obsolete. Continuously learning isn't just a nice to have anymore. It's the price of admission to a good career. So the only question left is the one right there on the screen. This great awakening, this shift to a skills-first world, it's happening right now. Is it happening with you or without you?